Dealing with the betrayal felt like being punched in the gut repeatedly, each blow harder than the last. I never imagined I'd be the guy sharing his story on the internet about his wife's infidelity. But here I am, trying to piece together how we went from a loving couple to this broken mess. My name is Mike, and I've been married to Rachel for 10 years. We've been together for 13. We have 2 beautiful kids who mean the world to me. I'm 40 and Rachel is 43. For the most part, our marriage seemed solid. Sure, we had our ups and downs, but who doesn't? I believed we had an open line of communication and a strong foundation. I was wrong. The first sign that something was off came about 6 months ago. Rachel started working from home, which seemed like a blessing at first. We thought it would give her more flexibility and time with the kids. But instead of bringing us closer, it seemed to create a distance. She began spending a lot of time on her phone, texting and laughing at messages I wasn't a part of. When I asked about it, she'd brush me off, saying it was just work stuff. One night, I noticed she was getting ready like she was going out on a date. This wasn't typical. She hated shopping or running errands and usually dressed casually. But that night, she put on her best dress, did her hair, and even wore the sexy underwear she usually reserved for our intimate moments. When I asked where she was going, she said she was just running out to buy some stuff for the house. She left with a male friend I didn't know, and that nagging feeling in my gut told me something was the turning point came last night. Rachel had left to buy some stuff for the home again, spending hours away. Our kids were already in bed when she returned. I confronted her about who she was with, and she only gave me his first name. It was a name I had seen pop up in her texts over the last several months. But I didn't think much of it because it was supposedly a work friend. Her refusal to provide more details set off alarm bells. I stayed up all night going through her phone, her emails, anything that could give me a clue about what was really going on. And there it was, plain as day. Messages, pictures, all confirming my worst fears. She had been talking to this guy for months, planning meetups, and from the looks of it, they were more than just friends. The shock was overwhelming. How could she do this to us, to our family? I felt like I was drowning, unable to breathe, my mind racing with a million thoughts. I wanted to confront her right then and there, but I knew I needed more than just suspicion. I needed concrete proof to protect myself and my kids if it came to that. The confrontation was brutal. When I finally managed to get the words out, asking her if she had been cheating on me, she denied it at first. But the evidence was undeniable. I showed her the messages, the pictures, and she broke down. She admitted to talking to this guy, claiming that she intended to sleep with him, but backed out at the last minute because he was too emotional and wanted a relationship. Her explanation didn't make me feel any better. She had emotionally cheated, and the trust between us was shattered. She admitted she had been unhappy for a while and didn't know how to handle it. She said she didn't want to be in a relationship with anyone, including me. But she also didn't want to break up our family. She suggested an open relationship, saying it would be fair if I had the same freedom she did. I was stunned, unable to process how our marriage had come to this. The emotional roller coaster that followed was relentless. I felt everything from rage and betrayal to sadness and confusion. There were moments when I couldn't even look at Rachel without feeling a surge of anger. I had been a good husband, doing everything I could to support our family. I took care of the kids, did the housework, and worked from home. I was emotionally available and supportive. So why wasn't that enough? I spent countless nights lying awake, replaying our conversations, trying to understand where things went wrong. The pain was suffocating, and I felt like my world was crumbling around me. I didn't know how to talk to Rachel, how to express the depth of my hurt and disappointment. She seemed genuinely remorseful, but her actions had spoken louder than any words could. The idea of revenge crossed my mind more than once. I fantasized about exposing her affair to everyone we knew, about making her feel the same pain she had inflicted on me. But in the end, I couldn't bring myself to do it. I couldn't destroy the mother of my children, no matter how much she had hurt me. Instead, I decided to take a different approach. I would gather all the evidence I needed and consult with a lawyer to protect myself and my kids. I also started taking better care of myself. I reached out to friends I hadn't seen in years, reconnected with family members, and focused on my own well-being. I needed to be strong for my kids, to show them that we could get through this together. After a lot of soul-searching, I made the decision to move forward with a divorce. It was the hardest choice I had ever made, but I knew it was the right one. Staying in a marriage where trust had been obliterated wasn't healthy for anyone, especially our children. Rachel and I sat down and had a long, painful conversation about our future. She agreed that a divorce was the best option and promised to make the process as smooth as possible for the sake of the kids. I moved into a new apartment, creating a space where I could start fresh. It was difficult adjusting to life without Rachel, but each day, I felt a little bit stronger. I focused on my kids, ensuring they felt loved and supported during this tumultuous time. They were my anchor, giving me the strength to keep moving forward. Reflecting on the past few months, I've learned a lot about myself and what it means to heal from betrayal. The pain of infidelity is something I wouldn't wish on anyone, but it has also forced me to grow in ways I never imagined. I've learned to prioritize my own needs, to set boundaries, and to lean on the people who truly care about me. Life after Rachel has been a journey of rediscovery. I'm still figuring out who I am without her, but I'm getting there, one step at a time. I've started dating again, cautiously exploring the possibility of new relationships. It's terrifying and exciting all at once, but I'm ready for whatever comes next. The most important lesson I've learned is that I deserve happiness and respect. I won't settle for anything less. Rachel's betrayal was devastating, but it didn't break me. It taught me to value myself and to never again allow someone to make me feel less than I am. As I move forward, I carry these lessons with me. The future is uncertain, but I face it with a newfound strength and determination. I know there will be challenges ahead, but I'm ready to face them head on, with my kids by my side, and a heart that's slowly but surely healing.